This time on Stay Tuned, we revived the best muscle car you've never heard of. Hell. Welcome back to Stay Tuned. I'm Tony Angelo, and we are about to head out on a freezing cold Pennsylvania day to pick up maybe the greatest muscle car you've never heard of. Are we buying another project? Yes, we are, but it's for a good reason, okay? We built two engines for my dad's 68 Camaro project, one LS and one small block. He wound up deciding he wants to run the LS in his car, and now we have this rowdy 327 that I slapped together, trying to show him, look, small blocks still rip. They're super cool. It is a solid roller, high RPM killer that made 450 horsepower. It's been sitting here under this tarp for a month now, and I'm tired of looking at it. We've got to find something to put it in, and I've got just the car. And since I feel like people are going to holler and be like, you never finish projects, we're working on it. We're leaving Stone here. He is putting subframe connectors and torque boxes in this Dart. We're gonna get back on that thing as soon as he's done and turn that into a driver too. We're not just knocking out cars here. Let's go. I always look right at it, I can't. Looking good, bud. We are gonna hit the road. I would say most days I'd be excited to get out of the shop, but it's 18 degrees out there. We're about to freeze our butts off. Yeah, have fun, good luck. We'll catch you by lunchtime.
I'm going to stay nice and warm here. You guys have fun.
Yes. Watch out for hot metal down your trousers. Trousers. Favorite word. So what if I told you there was a GM car that was built in the last 50 years that was a super gnarly package? You get a 4-link rear suspension. These things came with big blocks. They made proper SS models. They had 454s. They had 4 speeds, turbo 400s. These things are the real deal, and they were absolute legends on the racetrack. And the best part of all, since this is Stay Tuned, you can still buy them affordably. Guess what? They exist, and here it is. I bought myself a 1974 El Camino. Now, people hate on this car, but I think it is the most undervalued, underloved car that Chevrolet has ever made. So if you don't know, the last generation of GM A-body, some people even complain that it's not really an A-body, is the 73 to 77 Chevelle Cutlass, El Camino, whatever you want to call it, the Colonnade coupes they call them. These cars are awesome. They have better suspension geometry, better camber curves, better caster than the earlier A-bodies. It is my opinion that these are the best driving proper muscle car that Chevy ever made. And I like to drive race cars, and these things handle good, they steer great. There is a reason that Carl Yarborough and Dale Earnhardt had to be pried out of these things in the early 80s because they didn't want to stop driving them, because apparently at 200 miles an hour, this thing is an absolute champion. They were made more aerodynamic than early cars. They have better geometry than early cars, and they're monsters. The problem with them is this. Oh wait, did I mention they come with gnarly, giant flared wheel wells? So the deal is this. They came out during the gas crisis, the gas crunch, whatever. It is not an official muscle car from the proper 64 to 72 time period. It doesn't matter. Now it is an awesome, awesome car. They handle killer, like I said. You get yourself a 4-link rear end. They have awesome front steer geometry. Proper Chevrolet parts in there. They come with these fatty wheel wells. It is my opinion that there was a huge, huge influence from the NASCAR guys on this car. Sloping front windshield. The back, if you got yourself one of the S3, the Lagunas, they are sleek as can be. It's a racing homologate car for NASCAR. And again, they just were apparently total pussycats at 210 miles an hour. Dudes loved these cars. They raced them into the 80s. They are wicked. Giant wheel wells. You can fit a huge tire. That's a 275. It looks tiny in there. I don't know what else I can say about it. And the value is bananas. This El Camino is a 74, which I think has the best front end. I just picked this thing up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's a complete car. It needs a few things done to it for $3,200. If you were gonna buy yourself a $3,200 1970 Chevelle, you know what it looked like? It would look like a license plate sitting in a pile of dust. That's what you get for $3,200. But I've got here a car that we're gonna get running and driving and down the road right now. Or like down the snow, I don't know. It's gonna be a mess. And if you wanna like it a little bit more, know this. The first time I got turned on to these cars is I think when I saw Drive, epic car movie with Ryan Gosling in it. Gosling himself picked that car out of a paddock and was like, this thing's got vibes. So guess what? It's official. Look how nice. Golden Boy picked it. We're gonna get it inside. We're gonna knock all the snow and ice off this thing, and we're gonna get it fired up and ripping down the road ASAP. Ready for springtime. So what we've got here is a little 350, turbo 350 transmission car. It's supposed to have a cam in it. It's got an Edelbrock intake, a little Holley 4-barrel on top. We did hear it run very briefly, just burbled. There's some kind of fuel delivery issue. But the big things we've got are, you ready for this one? Some holes in the frame, some rust holes in the frame. No exhaust past the headers. Timing's not set, and the brakes don't work. All right, so first things first, we're gonna put the car up. Sony's gonna start repairing the frame. That is kind of a disaster out back. The front good, back bad. I don't know if that's like a mullet thing. Party in the front, no. Business up front, rust holes in the back. Stone's gonna start working on that. I'm gonna attack the brakes, and hopefully we'll have a running driving car very soon. Digging into the El Camino, you can see the interior in this thing is pretty sweet. Red gut, full red interior, which is awesome. Original color, forest green. So forest green with a burgundy interior. Not a classic combination, but interesting.
I hope that's not factory.
Did come with a bunch of parts. The left rear wheel has the old shoes and wheel center on it. I'm gonna swap on these. But they came with the car, which is nice. There's a set of shocks in here. Some Monroes, I'm assuming just from the length of them, these are the rears. The front end was kind of redone, cleaned up, painted. The frame looks great up there. A lot of the, these are fronts, I think. Well, we'll see. But the problem area is the whole frame in the back. It's a little bit Swiss cheesy. And I found a baking tray full of extra bolts and water. So that's gross. Oh, and this. Legrand white. Which I think it means the big white. Still a little bit left. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You got that bar?
Ooh.
Nice. It burns a little bit. A little stinger.
That's a good fragrance.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We could call this car Legrand. Feels like El Camino. I like it. All right, we're going to put it up.
Sounds like it would be like a trim line of the El Camino.
Still a little burning.
You know,
Nice.
El Camino means Royal Road.
The King's Highway, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Stone is jamming on the frame repair. He's doing a seaworthy job. We are just trying to get this car on the road, see what it's all about. Now these guys, so they did new linings and new wheel cylinders on the other rear wheel. So I'm gonna dig into this one. These are drum brakes, my least favorite thing, but we're gonna make it happen. Oh, some new lug nuts, some new studs. There's new stuff all over this thing.
So I got in here this morning, got this thing up on the lift now that it's finally thawed out after its adventure home. Against my will, I put this thing up on the lift to take a better look at it. It's not quite a better look, I'd say.
It's a look.
It's a look. There's a look of what's left of it. So we're gonna patch up some of these holes in the frame, and the rest we're just gonna ignore. Like that one, and that one, and that one, and maybe even that one. So yeah, I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah. Where are you gonna start?
See, I don't even know. It's like what's the worst of all the evils? Which one's gonna fight me the most, right? So that one's right in the way of all the fuel lines, brake lines, the other emergency brake cable. So I guess we start there, and then
Start small.
I start with the hard one first. Just bite the bullet. Just do it. That way, later down the road, you'll be like, oh, at least
That's
this
your
doesn't
move,
suck
dude.
so
That's
bad.
your move. Start with the worst one first.
Always. Just do the hard part first.
Yeah.
Makes the rest of it easy.
Makes dessert taste better, you know?
For sure.
Big dessert guy over here.
Yeah, eat the asparagus first, and then you can have the cake later and not feel too bad about it.
All right, let's go.
All right, some wheel spacers here. I don't really know why. Just to get them flushed up a little bit. Oh, that's why it looked like it had new studs. Look at the wheel spacers. At least one missing stud. All right, cool. Exciting stuff. All right, these shoes don't look terrible, or these springs. Still see paint on a bunch of it. I'm gonna whip them off because we do have replacements, and then I would assume the wheel cylinder is bad, so I'll swap that out. Just mostly avoiding doing drum brakes. How's she look?
With this on, it looks great.
Yeah.
Without it,
Less good.
yikes.
Whole bunch of not so great.
Yeah, it looks like it's been under the sea. From a little mermaid or something?
Yeah. Call this thing Ariel. Or what's the name of the crab? I don't know.
Oh, Sebastian.
There you go. Looks like you've been doing some bashing in of yourself over here.
So my whole plan is I'm just gonna grind it out a little bit so I have something to weld to on that rut. And then I made these reliefs here to kind of just tap and bend and tap and bend. Just quick, easy, dirty just trying to get it done. Boom.
Love it.
Some of us are trying to work here.
So feisty.
Some people's kids, I tell you.
Oh yeah. You want to squeeze it and tack it? You're still doing too good of a job on this, but keep going. It's fine. Started laying some paint over stones. Nice patches. Looking pretty solid. Oh yeah. That's that boy. Look wicked. I found one other spot. That's gonna go there. Okay. There you go. Beauty. All right, I'll stitch it in. All right, I got her welded in. I'm gonna try to blast as much of this frame back to black as I can while it's nice and warm. Okay, that looks cool. Look at that.
Red on red on red.
Oh yeah, under here too. Left on red, I love it. It'd be better if it was a NASCAR because it would go left, but I like it. I'm about to refurbish this whole frame right here. Look at this. I'm gonna flip this sucker for 12 G's, baby. Or maybe just flip it outside. We'll see. One or the other. Yeah, flip it on the roof for 0 G's. Terrible investment advice. I can't stand when cars have weird color frames, but I keep buying them for some reason. And I don't.
Why does every car you have always start with original forest green?
I don't know. That's weird.
Start
My Demon.
the demon.
Weird. The most boring color ever.
I feel like half the cars on Marketplace are forest green.
I think that's a tape patch. Let's not look at that again. All right, so I dug in here. These brakes don't look terrible. I want to get this thing running and rocking. Stone's been working hard on the frame. I want to get moving. I don't see any leaks coming out of this wheel cylinder, so just gonna put it back on and pretend like I didn't see it. Keep on moving off the stuff that we definitely need, like an exhaust. Later on, I don't know, maybe Derek will come to town. We can give him a wobble pop and he'll get after this, but anything I can do to avoid disc brakes, I'm gonna do. So Stone did some pretty decent work here. Quick and not so dirty patch on the frame. This was all split down the middle. Now it's all been capped, welded, and painted. It looks like $1 million. And we're on to the next sketchy thing. Let's go. All right, so we got the frame all fixed up. It's good enough for us and the, I don't know, girls we date or kitchens we, hot enough for the kitchens we're in. I don't know, doesn't matter. Listen, I have been hyped on getting a 73 to 77 A-body for so long. I've been amassing parts for a long time. I actually had a 74 Malibu years ago, and QA1 sent me out a full-on gnarly suspension for it, and Pipes sent me out an exhaust. So I've got some stuff laying around. This car needs an exhaust. I've got this Pipes 3-inch setup, full mandrel. It's totally overkill, but it's gonna go on there anyway, in case we're putting that 327 in it down the road. I don't know. Right now, talk about this 350 and getting this thing moving. And the radiator's got a crack in it. I have this one from my Cutlass when we threw the 5.3 and the 6-liter on the dyno. Stone's gonna start putting that in now, and we're gonna start putting this exhaust up and hopefully get this thing down for the last time. Okay, so Stone's got the radiator in the car now, the cold case with the electric fans on it. We'll wire those suckers up, but at least it's not leaking on the floor anymore. Now we've got this Pipes 3-inch high caliber exhaust system that's gonna be 10 times as much flow as you're gonna need for this thing, but it's gonna work great, should fit awesome. I'm gonna lift it up with Barb, get it up into place. What's nice is the headers are the same distance apart as these head pipes, so it should be pretty straightforward. This is a nice stainless mandrel bent 3-inch system. You could run 800 horsepower through this thing, and we're gonna run probably 200. Probably 200, but you know, overkill is the way to go.
Let's go.
It's thick. All right.
Where's my gloves?
Barb's gonna bring in the old one-armed soldier, hardest working dude in the shop. Come on. There it is.
Here, let me get it.
Get the X up, and then we can rotate these.
Get the what?
Keep going up with it. Get the X pipe up. There you go. Okay, grab yourself a muffler and a tailpipe.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna throw tailpipe in on each side. You can see some Yahoo came in with, I don't know, 2 gallons of red paint. At some point, they probably pulled this body off the frame, did some whack fiberglass repairs, and then just painted this thing up like it's a barn, like it's the side of a barn. Basically got to get the middle, my opinion is you get the middle of the exhaust in place and tying it together. Then you tweak the tailpipes, get the head pipes together, and then snug it all down. But don't be afraid to yank and smash and move and twist.
One of my favorite things.
And you can do that with the exhaust too. All right, we've got the pipes exhaust basically in. We're gonna start installing the hangers on this puppy. I think we can make these 3-inch tailpipes fit. We're gonna jam through, start tightening everything up, keep wiggling it around, and then get it dialed in. We'll make just a little bit of collector extensions to get the front end done. This will be dialed. Let's go. Rockin', we just got these pipes welded up. Barb zapped them together. So we've got the whole exhaust on the El Camino fitted, but we just ran out of welding gas. We're gonna wrap it up here for the night, get back in it in the morning, hopefully get this thing ripping down the road. Exhaust fit pretty good considering it says 64 to 72 A body. Tell you what, kind of fits them all. All right, we're out of here. Let's go. All right, we are jamming back on the El Camino. We just got like 6 inches of snow last night in Pennsylvania. We had to clear that all out in the morning. The exhaust is now well cooled down and has been reinstalled. The boys have been jamming. Stone's been working on the front accessory drive. He made a bracket to get the V-belts on, and Barb just wired up the fans. We're gonna keep going and get this thing ripping down the road today. We noticed earlier that it looks like the transmission lines are wet and leaking. So I've got this, to get in there, I've got this tight little unit. This is a ratcheting line wrench we grabbed from Speedway. Cool little unit. It's the first time I'm using it. So, yeah, if you have ever worked, anytime you do the transmission cooler lines on these GM transmissions, it's a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping this will make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, those are tighter than it used to be. We're gonna move on to the next problem. And there's lots of them. Look at that exhaust. Best part of the car. So we've got to bleed the brakes. We got to get the throttle cable working, set the timing, fill up the fluids. Stone's gonna get the belts working for power steering and alternator. And then I think we're gonna hit the road. We'll check all the fluids, tire pressures, lug nuts, usuals. But we're gonna be out there blasting around the snow. It's gonna be great. This is a perfect car for it too. The roads are saltier than a Philly pretzel, and you don't want to take out any of the fancy cars, but this thing, all 3,000 bucks of it, perfect for today.
And the brighter news, at least this can't get any rustier.
That's true. Yeah, you might clean the bottom of the car a little bit. You might slow some rust down. Depends on how deep the snow is. All right, vacuum modulator line is now up there, right? Yep. So hook that up. I think it goes right to that port. All right, where are we? We need brakes, and we don't have them. Yeah. And to have brakes, you gotta have brake fluid. Hit it, Stone, pump it.
I'm pumping the thing.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing's coming out of here.
Wait.
Look how nice.
Real nice.
New calipers, new rotors at some point in the last few years, new pads, beautiful.
Don't they call that a drought when you're lacking liquid?
Something like that. It's certainly not wet enough. Oh, there's a ground for the back of the head. That's got to go somewhere. Okay.
I'm going to take this line off and see if any fluid comes out of the hard line behind it.
Ooh, working our way back to the source.
Yeah. that one worked great. This one works 0.
I mean, if it has a factory prop valve and it's been racked one way or the other, they have a safety thing in them that essentially, if you run out of all front pressure, it will rack and just run the backs. Maybe it'll rack the other way too. It's more or less, it will stop the flow from happening in one side of one side of the car. It's a safety thing, so you'd essentially have some brakes if one fails.
Right.
You have that little tool in your desk, don't you?
Yeah, where do you see the prop valve?
It's usually sitting on the firewall, or like on the frame down there. Right there is a factory prop valve.
Yep. You think it's propping?
I think it could be racked one way or the other. You just you see that plug on the bottom? So the two feed in, and again, it will rack one way or the other. Get it, Barb, get it. Show that line is boss. Keep moving the light around. I want everyone at home to have a seizure. That's good. It's like a strobe effect. Late 90s club scene. Yeah,
you're not kidding.
Is that fun or not? Sorry, you good? All right, so basically you can remove that light switch, and there is a shuttle valve that runs left to right. It'll either, if you lose your front brakes, it'll shut those off and you'll have backs, and if you use the backs, it'll shut those off and you'll have fronts. But we're getting fluid out of the right side and not the left side, so I'm not super confident this is gonna work, but you basically take that switch out. Barb's got a special little tool, it's gonna run in there, and that should open up or reset the valve. Here's the emergency brake light switch thing. Here is the tool to reset the prop valve. Let's thread it in. Stop.
Yep.
Let off.
Yep, yep.
You feel a thing happen?
Thread it in. That's about it. Give me a couple pumps, Stone.
Yep.
Feel any different?
Not really. Feel like standing on a rock.
A little fluid out of this thing, but not much.
3.
Hold it.
Yep, holding.
Looks good to me.
Keep going. We're going to a regular brake bleed situation.
Holding.
Yeah, that looks good to me.
All right, Stone, give it 3 pumps.
1,
Give it 3 pumps, so 1 more than usual.
3. Holding.
Go ahead, give me like 5 pumps.
Big day.
Holding?
Yep, holding.
You holding?
So I did
Yep,
not replace
still
this
holding it.
wheel cylinder. So it could be frozen solid. Put some heat in her, she'll break up. Come back to life for you. All right, with the torch. You know, brake fluid does burn. Keep going, you're fine.
And the light.
You want the light? Here.
Holding.
Holding?
Yep, holding.
Hey. All right.
Mazel tov.
That was a great idea. You know, I learn something new every day. Fire.
Yeah, fixes a lot.
Fire fixes things. All right.
Getting to the home stretch. Stone is
Filling her up.
filling her up. Some of that high test Pennsylvania gas. How do brakes feel? Just wondering.
There's some there. I mean, do you need brakes to go fast?
Sorta. Okay. Barb is here fashioning up a throttle cable, and we are in the home stretch.
Almost there, baby.
Fire it up, set the timing, hit the streets. Feeling good. Feeling good. Look at that.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's better. That'll work.
Whoopah.
Whoa! You like that? Wow!
Man.
You zippy?
Yeah, might as well. What I need to do is cut another little bit of it off.
That better?
It's great. It's just a little. It's just. It's fine. No, don't bother.
Okay. All right.
If we're gonna have no brakes, at least we're gonna have power, no brakes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we've got the throttle return. You've got brake booster.
Yep. We got to set the timing. We have to do that ground on the firewall. I'm taping up the main ignition wire that's coming from God knows where. And, dialed. All right.
Promise.
See if we got a crank now.
Yep. Okay, grounded.
All right, try to crank it over now.
Ready?
Yeah. Try to neutral.
Hang on. Nope.
Okay, stop. Turn it off. I don't understand. They cranked it, just cranking it, right? We haven't taken anything off, have we?
I don't think so.
Try it again in park and wiggle it while you're doing it. Maybe they got a weird switch scenario. Oh, you know what? It might be that same interlock. Try it now.
Ready?
Yeah.
So
All right, so we have to make sure that that interlock is keyed up right. Give it a crank. Keep going. Try to get some fuel in this thing. All right, nothing in the fuel filter. Where is the gas jug? Try that.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, we're in some pops now. Pretty gross looking varnish in the filter.
Yeah.
Some cranks, Barb. Yeah, it's pumping something. Turpentine, maybe. All right. Let her cool off for a sec.
Yup.
Let me see where this, if this distributor's down tight.
I don't think it is. Also, yeah, I was gonna say check that.
Oh, not at all. Okay, she's just wherever. Okay, cool.
Give her another wiggle for me.
Yeah. You ready? Could be anywhere. Who knows? Timing is anybody's guess.
Call that variable timing. Huh?
Yeah, that's not helping us. Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah, ready for something. Watch your face.
Is it picking gas up?
Yeah, it's picking up something.
It's trying.
It's brown and disgusting, but hopefully it clears out. Hit it.
No.
Sounds all right.
Yo,
Starting to pick up fuel.
put the fan on.
What?
Fan. Woo! Sounds good. Woo! Woo! Open that door.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, this is not good. No bueno. Ah. Oh, it sounds so awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
All right, we're all bundled up. It's freezing out there. We're gonna hook this thing up and set the timing. We think we stopped one big oil leak in the back from the oil pressure sender. And the distributor was wicked loose. All right, hit it, Barb. Say?
The interlock.
Gotcha, I got you. All right.
Ready?
Yep. Keep it running.
Ready?
Yeah.
Fire!
Okay, you might have moved that distributor a little bit when we got behind there. I'm gonna give it a little bump here.
I would say that that's accurate.
Try that. A little more, maybe. Okay, yeah, we got a little ways to go. Turn it off for a sec.
I think we're getting into the firewall here with these.
You're behind top dead center on the timing. I can see it.
Okay.
So we should either move all the wires around one or pull the distributor out. Because it's the HEI's hitting the firewall.
The vacuum advance thing or the HEI wires?
The HEI block in the back. Yeah. Everybody goes that way, one.
Mm-hmm. Ring around the rosy here. Stay tuned.
Bucket full of wires. Yeah.
What are the chances we got this right? Pretty good?
Yeah, I think so.
Try it.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right, try it, Barb. Try that. Hold it up a little higher. Hold it there. $38 total. Pretty close. All right, rev it up again. A little more.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Oh yeah. You sound good, boy.
Yeah, that's right where it wants to be. Awesome. All right, tighten that up.
Yeah.
See if it's got some gears maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds real good.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah. How about that? Try not to move it. Cool. I think I got the timing right. We're going to fire it up one more time just to double check. Make sure it didn't move when Barb tightened it down. Then we're going to hit the sack. We're losing light. Come back tomorrow, see what this thing can do out on the road. I'm telling you, this is the best unsung muscle car there is. Hit it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Rev it up, Barb. Sweet. All right, it is the next morning. Barb and Stone replaced the front left brake line. So now we have front brakes. We're gonna take this puppy out and see what it can do. It was 6 degrees when I was last outside. It's brutally cold in Pennsylvania, but I'm telling you, these things rip. I can't wait to get out on the road. We're gonna fire it up, see what it does. I think we may have to bring that idle back up because I backed that screw way out yesterday also. Ready?
Yipper. There you go.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Putting it in gear. No gears. Not a one. Didn't even jerk the car. All right, you want to check it? That's parked. All we need is some.
Let's say that that's
Pretty dry.
Thank goodness. Pour some gears in this thing.
Liquid gears coming soon.
Yeah. Pour like maybe 3+ reverse would be nice.
Anything forward.
Running like
cool.
a top, dude. I'll give it like a touch more, but I like that little lope.
I think the kids call that the lope tune.
A little chop, just a little baby chop.
Alright, I poured a couple quarts in there and see where she's at.
So let me run it through the gears, and then we'll put it back in park and check it again.
I mean, I only put a couple
We're gonna
quarts in it.
asphyxiate at some point soon. All right, just give me a little lurch. All right, putting her in gear this time. Whoa! What do you know? let me hold it in each gear, and then we'll see what she does.
That's crazy, liquid gear works.
Yeah. Stone installed the gears with the funnel, and now we can go soon. So I'll put it in each gear.
We better go soon because breathing is hard.
Oh, she loves reverses there for sure. We have a car here, boys. All right, try it now. Check that fluid and then add more. I'm excited, man. Those guys worked pretty hard on this thing. Most of the stuff they did all right.
So every time I was working under the hood of this thing, I always forget how the rest of the car looks. I'm like, it's pretty good under here, and then I'm like, oh yeah, never mind.
I mean, look, these were dudes working out of a tiny garage with their pop.
It was awesome.
Couldn't weld, I'm sure. Not a lot of space. Everything up front looks beautiful. We didn't put this motor together. It runs like a top. They said the resealed motor. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's not leaking, so they obviously sealed it good.
Yeah. Got a little weep out of this power steering. The power steering feels incredible. What? That is one finger official 70s power steering. That's good for the high banks. 5/8, I think.
Alrighty. Should be ready to rock and roll now.
Oh yeah, that's entirely loose. So, you know, some of this stuff they didn't get to, but generally solid dudes. Do we have any of those?
Crow's feet?
Yeah, we gotta.
Looking at him, dog.
Yeah.
Crow's feet? What are you guys talking about? I know you guys are old.
I was gonna say, I moisturized quite a bit, man. Better watch it.
Same, but when it's
Mostly on my hand.
6 degrees
Yeah.
outside.
Is that what I have to look for when I turn 26 next month?
Jesus.
What, dry hands?
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Dry hands and crow's feet, great.
This is how we're doing it. Nah, good enough.
Good job.
I mean, it was barely leaking before. Hey, that's hot. That header's hot where my finger touched it.
The fact that you can still touch it tells me everything I
All
need
right,
to know.
you ready? We got some gears.
We got gears.
Let's take it out. Push in.
Yep.
There you go.
There it goes.
All right, we've got the El Camino out here. This is a 4-year stalled project. We worked on this thing for a couple of days, and now it is a running, driving car. It is frigid here in PA, single-digit temperatures. It's not gonna stop us from having fun. It's Stone's last day. We're gonna get this guy to some pizza and some fun and see how this thing drives. I'm super pumped. I hope it's got heat. Let's go. Jump in, Stone. Let's find out. just give it a little warm up here. See how she, it feels, drives good, man. I aligned this puppy myself. Use my eyeballs. Oh boy. It's a car. It stops, it goes.
Do you feel your mullet growing?
Oh yeah.
I feel like the farther and the faster we go, the longer it's getting.
Coming out. This thing is awesome. The speedo works, the gear indicator works, the fuel gauge works. I mean, hey, what more do you want for $3,200? It's unbelievable.
And we only worked on it for 2 days.
I know.
With a bunch of parts we had left over in the shop.
Yep. Pretty sick. Those guys are like, oh, I didn't.
Like, oh, he was doing that.
Oh, got it, got it. That's more than we thought. We got an Aero Camino, hadn't moved in like 10 years. We got it fired up. It was the loudest thing known to man. We hit the highway. I'm like, this car just eats up the road.
Yep.
Same as this thing. I aligned it with my eyeballs. It's so good.
Well, all the car companies had to lose all the power and stuff for the emissions and the oil crisis, so the next best thing to do is make them drive good.
I'm telling you. My theory is like, they were like, just make a NASCAR for the road and make it have 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
Let's find some turns, boy.
The limited slip's a little inconsistent too.
It is open for sure. This diff is open for business, buddy. There is no limited slip. Oh, here we go. This is it, boys. Oh, yes.
That was the best.
Had to left footer a little bit. Had to get my other foot involved.
That was awesome.
This car is the greatest.
Now this is gonna be the sketch part.
Oh, down the hill? Down the hill is sketchy. That is sketch city. We'll get her done.
Hardly any brakes. Do we slow down?
Yeah.
Can we slow down? What's the momentum like?
Yep, all those things. Let's make it look cool.
Oy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We're pushing it already.
Standing on them.
I'm getting on it. No, we got it. We got it. We got her. We got her. We got it. We got it. I think so. We're gonna be all right. This rules.
Oh, covered bridge. Oh yeah, baby.
The greatest day of my life. This car and rolls. So this thing has been off the road for 5 years. I'm probably barely on it before that. It's got a bunch of miles on it. It drives awesome. It's wicked good. Like I said, these things steer awesome. The chassis is pretty good. The frame feels stiffer than most muscle cars. I think we got 3,500 bucks in this thing. We just drove it all around town like a complete moron. I was hammering on it the whole time. It's great. You got to drive this thing. It's so good. Alignment is sick. The car is so good for something that's been sitting around. I'm telling you, 73 to 77 A bodies are unbelievable. I want Barb to drive it. I want Stone to drive it. And look, it's Stone's last day. We got to get him to get some pizza. But I am legitimately stuck in this seatbelt. I'm gonna try to get it out so you guys can get a rip. You might have to cut it. When I put it in, man, it was very crunchy. It really locked in hard.
Where's that weasel whiz?
Trying to keep you safe, huh?
Bro, I don't know. Am I stuck in here? Wait, maybe. I got it.
Yeah. Freedom!
All right, you boys get after it. I don't know if I'd use that,
Yeah,
but
Dan.
maybe. Well, I'm gonna drive your Jeep. Let's go get pizza.
I gotta say that Tony's been talking about getting a 73 to 77 for probably since I've known him. 5-6 years now.
He's kept that grill for how long?
He's just talking about it all the time, and I'm like, I can't get past how they look. To me, they don't look that cool. But after wrenching on this thing for a week or so, like, I'm starting to see it. It's got some...
It's growing on
She's
you.
got some wide hips. She fits a huge tire in the back. Also, like, you know, cars that drive good are awesome. So far, the steering is pretty awesome. Oh, yeah. This drives a lot better than I expected.
Yeah. For a giant truck / wagon based thing.
Oh, maybe it is. No, it's kicking down. It just has no balls.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Just a gutless 350 like you'd expect from a 74.
I know, but it sounds so good, though. I was like, oh, this thing sounds great. Hello.
There's traction out there somewhere.
Yeah. Not here. It drives a lot better than I expected.
Yeah. Told you.
I believe it.
Cars are awesome.
I believe you, but also like...
If you can get down with this styling, which looking in the rear view of your Jeep,
Exactly.
it looks awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we just pumped Stone full of his last stay tuned pizza lunch. We're gonna head back to the shop and have some more fun with this El Camino. I love that thing. You wanna drive?
Yeah, why
All right,
not?
give it a shot.
Let's hit it.
All right, this is Stone's last day at Stay Tuned. He's gonna send himself out in his own blaze of glory in the
boy.
El Camino. We've got a nice big pad of fresh snow, buddy. Have at it.
Hopefully it doesn't get stuck.
Make us proud.
I'll try. There we go.
This is the slowest.
That was so much fun. Yeah, checks out. El Camino still rock.
Yeah, dude. There's no park. Park it sideways. Awesome. This has been epic. I'm telling you, 73 to 77 A bodies are just underrated,
Totally.
underloved, and undervalued.
Yeah, if you think they're ugly, just look past that and look at the performance.
They rip.
Yep.
That's it for this episode of Stay Tuned. It's our last time with Stone. Bud, give me a big hug. Good luck in your future endeavors. I'm sure we'll see you soon.
We're all PA boys.
Yeah, we'll be around. We'll be around. Thanks for watching, and get out there and buy one of these before the values go crazy.
Perfect.